We live in a world filled with constant noise. We hear the sounds of traffic and music and talk. We hear the notifications buzzing on our phones, but there is one sound that is unlike any other. It is a sound that brings peace to the believers. It is a sound that marks the rhythm of our day. But to the invisible enemy who hates us, it is a sound of absolute terror and torture. This sound is the Adhan, the call to prayer. We think of it as a simple reminder to pray, but in the unseen world of the Jinn and devils, the Adhan is a spiritual nuclear bomb going off. It disrupts the plans of the wicked forces. It burns the arrogant devils who try to listen. It clears the atmosphere of negative energy, and it sends the greatest enemy of mankind running. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, told us. He described the exact reaction of Shaitan to this call. He said, when the call to prayer is pronounced, Shaitan takes to his heels and runs away with speed. But he does not just run away silently. The hadith adds a detail that is shocking and graphic. It says he runs while passing wind loudly so that he may not hear the Adhan. This detail serves a very specific purpose for him. He creates a physical noise to drown out the spiritual one. He is so desperate not to hear the name of Allah that he humiliates himself just to create a distraction. He runs until he reaches a place called Al-Rawha. This is a place miles away from the city of Medina. He is so desperate to escape the blast radius that he flees the city entirely to avoid the words. Why does he hate the Adhan so much? Is it just the volume of the voice calling no? It is the specific words of Tawheed. Allahu Akbar means Allah is the greatest. Shaitan wants to be the greatest in your mind. He wants your problems to seem bigger than God. He wants your desires to seem bigger than God. The Adhan shatters this illusion instantly. Then the Muadhin says, I bear witness that there is no God but Allah. This testimony renews the faith of the world. It is the very purpose of creation being announced. Scholars mention that jinn are affected by sound. Just as certain frequencies can break glass, the frequency of the Quran and the Adhan breaks the composition of the rebellious devils. They are creatures made of smokeless fire and energy, and the sound of truth disrupts their very existence. It reminds them of the curse that is upon them, and it reminds them of the hellfire that waits. But here's the cunning nature of our enemy. Once the Adhan is finished, he comes back, he returns to the mosques and the homes of people. He waits for the believers to stand for the prayer. Then the Iqamah is called to start the prayer, and again he turns his back and runs away. He cannot stand the establishment of the worship. He cannot stand seeing the rows of Muslims forming. But when the Iqamah is over, he returns again. He comes between a person and his own heart. He starts whispering, remember this and remember that, until the person does not know how much he prayed. This is the hit and run tactic of Shaitan. He knows he cannot stop the Adhan from happening, so he flees to protect himself from the pain, and returns when the coast is clear to deceive you. This hadith teaches us the immense power of sound. We often feel helpless against the whispers of jinn. We feel heavy in our homes and in our hearts, but we forget that we have the ultimate weapon. The Prophet taught us to use Adhan in emergencies. If you are traveling in a lonely valley or desert, and you feel the presence of the unseen evil, you should call out the Adhan loudly and clearly. For no jinn or human or rock or tree will hear the voice of the Muadhin, except that it will testify for him on Judgment Day. The creation bears witness to your declaration of faith. There is a narration about the ghouls appearing. These are jinn that try to shapeshift and scare travelers. The Prophet said, if the ghouls appear to you, then rush to call the Adhan immediately. The ghouls are masters of illusion and fear, but the Adhan is the master of truth and reality. The illusion cannot stand in the face of truth, so the evil entities disperse like smoke in wind. This is also why we call Adhan for a newborn. The first sound a baby hears should be Allah. It protects the child from the touch of Shaitan and drives away the queen for those first moments. It plants the seed of faith in the subconscious. before the world can plant the seeds of corruption. It stakes a claim on the soul of the child, saying this one belongs to Allah alone. Some scholars say Shaitan runs out of regret when he hears the humans being called to success. He remembers that he was commanded to bow once, and he refused and lost his rank forever. Now he sees the children of Adam bowing daily. He sees them answering the call he rejected, and the jealousy and regret burn him inside, so he runs away to avoid seeing our victory. Others say the passing of wind is mockery. He tries to make a noise to disrespect the call. He behaves like an immature and arrogant child who makes noise when the teacher is speaking. He wants to show that he does not care, but his running away proves that he cares deeply. If he was truly not bothered by the Adhan, he would stand still and ignore it completely. But this story is not just about him. It is a warning for us, the humans, too. If the devil runs away when he hears the Adhan, what does it say about the human who ignores it? If you hear the Adhan and you feel annoyed, if you hear the call and you turn your back, if you hear come to success and you stay seated, are you imitating the behavior of the enemy? Shaitan runs because he knows the truth deeply. He knows the power of those words better than us. He cannot handle the weight of the testimony, so he flees to save himself from the pain. But the human who ignores the Adhan is worse, because the human claims to love Allah. Yet, when Allah calls him for a meeting, he acts as if he did not hear anything. So how should we react? When we hear it, we should stop everything we are doing instantly. We should repeat the words after the muaddin, because repeating the words carries a huge reward. We should make the dua after the Adhan, asking Allah to grant the Prophet the high station. This grants us the intercession of the Prophet on the day when we will need it the most. Your home should not be a graveyard. Do not let your house be silent of this call. Even if you are praying alone in your room, it is recommended to call the Adhan and Iqama, because everything in your room will witness for you. The walls and the carpet and the bed will speak. They will say, "O Allah, He declared your greatness," while the rest of the world was busy sleeping. If you feel your house is heavy or haunted, if your children are having nightmares constantly, stand in the middle of your house and call Adhan. Watch how the atmosphere changes from heavy to light. The Adhan is the anthem of the believers. It is the battle cry against the forces of darkness. It is the reminder that Allah is bigger than all, bigger than your stress and bigger than your fears. It puts your worldly problems into perspective. Whatever you are worried about is small. Allahu Akbar means Allah is bigger than it. So drop the worry and answer the call. The next time you hear that beautiful voice, remember the chaos it is causing in the unseen. Remember that the enemy is running in terror, and stand up to claim your victory in prayer.